What's going on, everybody? I'm like, I always have this closet open. It looks so weird. I hope you guys are having a great day. I pulled some more pictures today from our private Facebook page that we have for coaches that have been recently being posted, and it was really kind of cool to see some of these. It was like, oh man, the only thing I wish they would have done was just explained a little bit more about how some of these folks didn't really get too in detail what this program's done for them, but they did share and they did comment a little thing. If you're just jumping on, welcome. My name is Andrew Kidd. My wife and I are health coaches, and we help guide folks to getting healthy through a program that we coach for. We've been doing this for over 3.5 years. And today, I try to do this every now and then, but today I'm going to share a few before and after pictures of folks who have done our program, and actually they have become coaches as well to help others on this journey. So the first picture I'm going to show you is of, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, Cheney. Here's Cheney. Look at that difference, a 2-year difference there. I don't know how long it took her. Let's see what she had to say. She says, face-to-face Friday, down 161.4 pounds. My brain is still catching up. Thank you to my coach for this amazing gift. Also to everyone in here for their support, for sharing, and they love our community. So what she's saying there is when you do our program, you get a coach and you get a community of folks that are all doing this together. And it's those two parts are of 4 different parts that we have in our program. Of course, I've told you about the habits of health, that we focus on health and the knowledge and growing, which I'm going to talk about in a second. So I hope you bear with me as I'm sharing here. So let's go into our next before and after here. And our next before and after is of Greg. Look at that. What a difference, huh? What is that, 59 pounds difference? That's huge. That's huge. Just getting under 200 pounds. It's amazing what that would do. Let's see what Greg had to say. Greg says, so grateful for again, another one. So grateful for my coach on the program that awakened me to so much more now, getting to coach and share the gift forward. So not only did he lose the weight, it's this really cool ripple effect that happens. You lose the weight. This is what I did. A month in, I had lost 23 pounds. And I actually wanted to share for different reasons. It was actually just so I could keep doing the program. I didn't realize the ripple effect that I would have from coaching help. I just didn't know. You just don't know what you don't know, right? You just don't know. So super glad that the coaches, which are my wife's cousins, brought it to my attention, offered it to me. I mean, our lives would be incredibly different right now had they not. I would not have lost the weight. God, I could probably spend 2 hours about telling you all the reasons why this has changed my life. So, but let's go into the next one. Look at this one, Jill. So that is August of 2020. And this is the other pictures of June 2021. She lost 120 pounds. She's holding the pants in front of her of the difference, right? How incredible. In fact, all her legs are in one leg of those pants. I don't know if you guys caught that. And here's what Jill had to say. Check this out. Jill says, never in my wildest dreams, 9.5 months ago, did I think I would now be looking at 120 pound weight loss. It all started with one small but stair step. I told you guys that 2 days ago. The hardest step is reaching out, but let's see what she says. Of reaching out to get for help. Since then, I've also stepped out of my comfort zone and my old victim mindset. Oh man, can I just sit in that for a bit? The victim mindset. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. It's part of the drama triangle. I would definitely look it up if you haven't already, but all right. Anyway, I digress. I said to my old victim mindset, and I stepped out of my pants too. So much has changed for the good. I want to keep going so I can live my best, healthiest life. Here she is again, guys. Isn't that incredible? If you haven't realized, it's not just about the weight. I mean, the weight's important. The weight represents something, but it's not just about that. So here's another one here. This is Kimberly. Look at that. So she's sharing. In fact, it looks like she's got a cast on there. So this is what she has to say about that. Check this out. My torn Achilles hasn't stopped my focus. In fact, it motivated me even more. I'm rolling with energy. Anything is possible, especially with our plans. She's talking about the plan we coach for. Incredibly easy to follow, still on target to hit my goal, even though I'm in surgery recovery. We've coached. One of them was a nurse who also, I believe, had an Achilles issue, and she couldn't run like she used to run, and she lost a bunch of weight. I'll share. In fact, her name's Christy. I'll share her before. I'm gonna have to pull her before and after. It's incredible transformation, because she wears the same clothes in all 3 photos, and I'm just like, oh my gosh! And even like from the middle photo to the final photo, it was like some small amount, but there was such a significant difference. It's just crazy what our bodies do. Here's what I want to share with you today. One of the things about our program is, it's not, like I said, it's not just about getting you to lose the weight, right? You can do the program and you will lose the weight, but if you learn nothing, it will not matter. It will not matter at all. And so that brings me into the thing I want to share with you about, reading books about becoming better. People sometimes think of this word of personal development as some kind of woo thing. I think personal development should be shared in every high school. People should learn how to communicate, avoid drama, get out of their own way. Like, these are all the limiting beliefs. These are all the things that they should be teaching in high school and elementary school, but they don't. How much further we would be along in society if we got out of our own way? In our marriage, in our health, in business, in our careers. Half the time, we're the ones that are keeping ourselves from growing. Just bottom line. And here's an interesting thing. And I wrote an article about this for, you guys know, I used to be a private investigator, for a private investigation article that I wrote. And I can't remember. I can't remember the guy who read. I'll find the quote someday here. But basically, he said, there's a huge part of our population that believe that once you graduate high school or once you graduate college, you know everything you need to know. And I can say, being 40, I think I'm 44, I can't remember how old I am, born in 77, that I have learned more in the past few years than I learned in my entire life. And it has moved my life along for the better in the past few years. And so you have not learned everything once you get out of college. In fact, I got my bachelor's degree, and I tell you, the stuff that I learned there, most of the stuff I already knew. And I got my degree in my late 30s. So when I got my associate's degree, I'm like, God, I just paid for a piece of paper, because all this stuff I've already learned. That's great. And then I got my bachelor's. I spent a lot of money on that, and I've still got a bill that reflects that. But the things that have moved my life along the most, it wasn't the bachelor's degree, guys. It was learning some personal development, how to build trust, understanding trust, how to avoid drama, keeping good people around me, communication, dreaming, these sorts of things. I can't even explain to you the amount of personal development I did just to become a better husband, and which helped our marriage, right? Doing that sorts of thing. You can't keep going along with the same mindset and the same philosophies. If your life isn't going well, if you're sticking with the same philosophies, probably not going to move along. So anyways, Cindy and I are always here to help you with your health. And we want to empower you, and we will always be trying to do that. I can't give you all the answers. I will point you to the answers. But I want to empower you to take control of your own health. And this happens in everything in life, by the way. Like, I can't help you in your career. You got to want more for your career. I can't help you I can point you in the right direction for your marriage, but I can't do it for you. And the same thing happens in your health, right? Like, you got to want it for yourself. So put on, whenever you're learning something, this is the last thing I'm going to leave you with. And if you stay with me this long, I love it. But this I'm going to leave you with. As you do pick up books and start learning and growing, right, to become a better person, put on your goggles. And when you're putting on your goggles, whatever you're learning about, go, okay, let me put this through my career goggles. Let me put this through my marriage goggles. Let me put this through my business goggles. How can I have these better relationships with people? Look through it through those lenses as you're learning these things. So when I read Beginner's Pluck. I just finished that probably a month ago. Like, I'm looking at it with my business goggles on for that one, and dreaming and growing and how I can become better. When I was reading my trust goggles, or not trust goggles, when I was reading The Speed of Trust, my goggles were on in regards to what that looked like with the relationships around me, and what that would look like with the business relationships that I had. How did that look? And it is fundamentally changed the way I look at the world, and it's pretty incredible. So, if you ever are curious about books to read, let me know. I've got a bajillion list of books that have changed the way I view the world in a good way. And I'd love to share that with you. So anyways, I'm leaving you with that. I hope you enjoyed the transformational stories. All these folks made a decision. And even the one was here, she had read something. I know she had, because I know what she read about stepping out of her comfort zone and letting go of some of the mindset that she had of being a victim. And sometimes folks are victims. They blame their circumstances on everybody else, and it's never the accountability. There's always an excuse for why they are where they are, right? And then there's the hero who's trying to save everybody, and trying to save the victims. Sometimes they are so busy saving people because they don't want to look at their own issues. So there's that. And then there's the persecutor, the bully, who makes people not feel so nice. And there's reasons behind why they do this. They're not necessarily bad people, but anyways, check into that. I got some books on that as well. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for hanging on with me for 11 minutes and 38 seconds. Hope you enjoyed the stories. And I'll be sharing one, I think Friday. I have it planned for Friday. Have a good one.